Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you for coming out and welcome to Bala Town's new and improved training facilities. Now, it may not look like anything has changed, but that is the beauty of our new scientifically improved grass. I have been assured that although it looks like perfectly normal grass, it will actually ensure that our players improve their games and take us up to the next level. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to Season 7, Episode 10 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. And today we put behind the disappointment of last episode and crashing out of Europe in heartbreaking circumstances. And we are playing Bangor City in the league, of course, our local fierce rivals. And then we are playing, it's a Briton Ferry, something like that, in the Welsh League Cup semi-finals, hopefully. We'll put everything aside and make ourselves into another cup final. But as you've just seen, first things first, our training facility upgrade has been completed. We have average training facilities now for the seniors and good youth facilities as well. That goes with our state-of-the-art Ap Gareth Centre for data analysis facilities and our exceptional youth coaching and our exceptional youth recruitment. So all things are looking up off the field. We will look to, our finances are still looking pretty solid. So we will look to upgrade again for the training facilities and try and get them up to state-of-the-art as soon as possible. A couple of other things to catch you up on since last episode, and that is if we go and have a quick look at some end of year awards. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's just go this way. We can see Ryan Burke was runner-up in the Irish Player of the Year. Now, he, of course, won that award last season. So unlucky for him, Thomas Murray took it this time of the Colorado Rapids. So well done to Ryan Burke. No shame in being runners-up. And talking about being runners-up, Welsh Footballer of the Year, Damien Allmark was runner-up in that one. David Brooks took the gong out for the Welsh Player of the Year. He looks quite decent. 92 grand a week he's on as well. Compare that to the runners-up, Damien Allmark on £750 a week. But he's doing a good job for us, and congratulations on being the second best player in Wales. Now, a few other things to catch you up on here. We have our youth intake preview. And I'm going to say, maybe not as exciting as I would like. It looks as though, we see here, there are plenty of wide midfielders coming through. It doesn't say they're good, just there's lots of them. But there is one goalkeeper that looks a great prospect, and we have one good young Welsh goalkeeper from Gwynedd. I've nailed that, haven't I? Who has caught the eye. So it looks like we're going to get a goalkeeper, basically, which isn't the worst, because Zach Jaycock's contract is up at the end of the year. So I'm going to wait and see what this guy's like before we sort of make a move on either renewing Jaycock or signing somebody else to come in and sort of challenge Rima Miles. You can see that basically every other position is not particularly great. So a slightly disappointing youth intake perhaps, but let's wait and see what this keeper looks like when he comes in. Now, there's a few games to catch you up on since last episode. Strap yourselves in. First up, it is against Carmarthen in the league. We took the lead when Ruben Ferguson squared it for Allmark, and doubled our lead moments later with a Ryan Sears screamer. And Sears got his second to extend our lead, before Sears then crossed for Allmark to make it 4 before half-time. Sears was involved again to set up substitute Guto Kingsley, and Kingsley got himself a double in stoppage time. So very nice indeed, and Ryan Sears in this game, an absolute colossus. 2 goals, 2 assists, and just general star. Allmark with a double as well, and Guto Kingsley, just to keep things nice and neat, also got a double coming off the bench, which was great to see. Next up, we played Cardiff Met Uni again in the Premier League. We got an early lead thanks to Allmark, and went 2-0 up thanks to Rhys Williams, before Allmark made it 3-0 at half-time, and then completed his hat-trick from the spot. Allmark latched onto a ball over the top for his 4th. Sean Davies then forced in a 6th, and added a 7th in stoppage time. And we outdid ourselves yet again. Damien Allmark with 4 to make it 6 in his last 2. Rhys Williams with a goal, and Sean Davies with a cheeky little double at the end there, 89th and 91st minutes. Poor old Callum Preston, formerly of our parish, of course, he was in goal for them, and he just continues to ship goals against Bala Town for fun. What they say, once a Lakesider, always a Lakesider. Next game was against Carnarvon again in the league. Ryan Burke gave us the lead, before Paul McVeigh played in Guto Kingsley for our second. Michael Swift got a third after half-time, and Burke crossed for Callum Connolly to get a fourth, before smashing in a stunner of his own for our fifth, and completing his hat-trick in style. Are you not entertained? 6-0. Ryan Burke this time with the hat-trick. Guto Kingsley, Swifty, and Callum Connolly with the other goals. Again, we're dominating games. Hopefully, long may this continue. Ryan Burke this time was the Colossus with his 3 goals and 2 assists as well. And what about those goals from Burke as well? Stunning stuff. We had a double-header against Bangor City over the Christmas period. First up was the Boxing Day match. Let's see how that went. We took an early lead through Callum Connolly, before Ryan Burke got our second. And Allmark played in Ewan Dixon for a third in the second half. So disappointing, really, just the 3 goals. Burke missed a penalty. To be honest, this was maybe the most dominant that we'd played. We just couldn't finish to save ourselves. But Ewan Dixon got a goal, as did Callum Connolly, and Burke got one of his 2 penalties. Allmark was a little bit quieter in this one, but Dixon, look at that, an absolute star. And yeah, it's just what it is in the league right now, isn't it? We are a very, very good team. This is a quick look at the league table. We are 8 points clear of the New Saints. They're actually doing a decent job keeping pace with us, considering I don't think we've lost a game. I don't think we've dropped a point yet, to be honest. So that's excellent stuff. And yeah, that's sort of the league as it stands. So we're going to be playing Bangor City first up here, who are down there in 5th. And then we're going to play this semi-final against Briton Ferry. And hopefully, God may have mercy on their souls, because we'll absolutely destroy them. But this is what we're doing here against Bangor City first up. We are the favourites, as you would imagine. They've got what sounds like an insult as manager, Ruud Boffin. There we go, a 38-year-old Belgian. He's been in charge for about 6 months or so. A cautious standard style of play. Quick look, we're expecting, this is how they played against us last time, as you can see. So we're expecting something similar here. There we go. We can see all their ins and outs there. And this is a team that we're sending out to hopefully continue the flow of goals. It is Rima Miles in goal. It's Williams and Gosney as the back 2 there. It's Sears, Lowry, and Burke with York and McVeigh in midfield. Dixon goes as a trequartista with Allmark and Ferguson up top. It's a strong team. Let's see what we can do. So there we go, everybody is lining up as expected. We have a few former players in this one. Louis Gray, of course, our former goalkeeper, gets the start for them. I think Piers was a Bala Town player at one point. No, I tell a lie, he was not. Anybody else on the bench for them? It doesn't look... Oh no, Bohana was definitely a Bala Town player. Wasn't he? I'm sure he was. I tell another lie. All right, I'm just going to shut up and get into the team talk. Gomez says go out there and prove a point. I'm going to say maybe with a little bit of calm, a little bit of faith. If you play your game, you win. You're capable of that. Some calm, we have faith. Just keep the pressure off them. Go out there, do your thing, boys, and win a derby. Now, we're at January 1st, which means the transfer window has now opened. We did instantly get a bid for Rima Miles for, it was about £600,000. Now, we're not going to sell him unless... sort of it's a stupid bid or he starts to really kick off. Ball in off the crossbar from McVeigh. But yeah, I mean, I think it could be a little bit of a problem of just trying to keep the players that we have and that we want to keep this January. I'm not really expecting to sign anybody. I'm kind of torn as to what we do with the guys we have on loan. If I'm thinking I might keep them for depth in case we get an injury crisis. But I don't think, with the exception of Ferguson. So there's Allmark with his 22nd of the season. He just keeps scoring for fun. Sears with another assist. And there we go. Excellent, excellent stuff. I tell you what, Allmark is going to break all sorts of goal-scoring records this season if he keeps going. 22 already. Most, if not all of those are in the league, or certainly domestically. I think they might even all be in the league. So I'll have to check what Bust and Brew's single season record is. I think he might even be getting close to it now, as a matter of fact. I really should have checked that before we came onto this episode. But yeah, we'll check that at the end of the game. But yeah, so we'll wait and see. Another ball in. It's off the crossbar, it looks like this time. I don't know. I'm not looking to strengthen necessarily, because you tend to find better players at the end of contracts. but obviously we want to already be looking towards next season in Europe. There's a good ball in Sears, third, fourth attempt. It's a lungy tackle there, I'm assuming from either Allmark or Dixon, given the proximity on the pitch, but it goes away. Tell them to concentrate. We're absolutely dominating this game, and if we can get a couple of goals before half-time, we could be on for another cricket score here. There's a looping ball in, and it's Rhys Williams offside. I think he might have stolen that one from Allmark as well. Didn't need the Rhys Williams touch. Let's have another look at it. Allmark's won the header. He's definitely offside, and I don't know that I think that was going in. I think he's needlessly taken the goal off of Allmark there. Maybe that's payback for one earlier in the year. Allmark does have a little bit of a habit of poaching goals from players on the goal line, but that's what poachers do. You know, that's what they're going to be doing. But, I mean, first halves do not get much more dominant than that. It's the most dominant 1-0 you will ever see. We will say that it's got to be an assertive, don't get complacent, doesn't it? A little bit more from you, please, Connor Gosney. The one problem we are just beginning to run into a little bit is players being unhappy at the amount of game time they're getting. So a lot of the guys that are playing this one that I typically wouldn't play in the league, like Connor Gosney, for example, Ryan Burke, Sam York as well, they've all come to me complaining about first team football. So obviously, I mean, I want to keep them happy. They're our best players. And we're not in Europe now, so we're going to have to sort of back off on playing the youngsters a little bit. But typically, I will ideally keep the best guys for the cup games. Now, Dixon's just over the bar with his header. This just has the makings a little bit of a game we could get sucker punched in. But, I mean, that implies that they're going to have a chance. And we haven't really seen anything from that yet. As I say that, they go past one, they go past two, and is this the sucker punch? Everybody get ready to duck, dive, and weave, because here it comes. No, it's cleared away by Allmark. No, Allmark was cleared to Allmark. Sam York has it, and this is a chance now as we stream forward. Good ball out there for Ferguson. What can he do? Allmark should be in the middle. Can he get a second goal? We go inside there for McVeigh, for York. Back to Lowry. Lowry's another one that we've had to promise first team football to, I think. Here we go with McVeigh. McVeigh bends one. Just past the post, and I will feel a lot better if we can get this second goal, I've got to say. It is just setting up for that 1-1 sucker punch at the end, isn't it? Sears loses out to Edge. Sears again for York, for Dixon. Can Dixon find Allmark? He goes back to McVeigh. Back to Lowry, to McVeigh, to Lowry. Where's McVeigh? There he is there. He finds him. Lowry's opened. He crosses it there for Burke. Can Burke get across into the box? We've got 3 men forward. He goes edge of the area for York. One more over McVeigh. Have it, mate. And again, just over the bar. Boys, we need to get this goal. Here's a free kick. Is this Ryan Burke territory? He's coming over to take it. We saw him in the highlights there. Bend one in from a similar area. Can he do it again? Ball, of course he can. Ryan Burke, 10th goal of the season. And that might just open the floodgates. We'll give them a little bit of praise now. Another cracking free kick from Ryan Burke. A better keeper might have got there, but it never looked like missing from the second it left his foot. We're looking complacent now, which isn't ideal. Burke in for Allmark. Allmark crosses it in. Is this another goal? It's headed away to McVeigh. McVeigh, I think York's offside there. Pulls it back for Dixon. It was a well-worked move, but I'm almost positive York was offside. He was. And Louis Gray in goal, of course. Back at Tes Margaret, or whatever we call our home ground, and doing a decent job of things. Let's say Burke playing at a 68% fitness there. He's probably done his work. Let's get Malone on, give the young left back a chance to try and develop. Not quite working out as hoped right at this point, but he's only young and he's one of those. If he comes off, he comes off. We don't really have wingers, so we won't bring up Gareth on. Ferguson's not had a good game up top. Let's take him off and let's go advance forward with Guto Kingsley. I think, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I don't think Ferguson's been a raging success for us. He has scored a few decent goals, but he hasn't really taken the lead by storm as I would have liked. Offside goal again, this time McVeigh, and I think McVeigh might have stolen one off of Rhys Williams this time. That's karma, Rhys. Absolute karma there. Was it going in? That may have been actually going across the face, so that might have needed the touch. 42 shots, and we've only put one of them away. That's, I'm going to say, not good enough. But, yeah, there we go. A dominant performance. Just the 2 goals, Allmark and Burke. We'll say we got away with one. What do we say? Don't get complacent. Yeah, don't get complacent, boys. So Bala Town triumph in the derby. It was the most comfortable 2-0 you will ever see. Ryan Burt continues to just be an absolute star for us. Bilic was spotted. He's looking at Rima Miles, the Sunderland boss. Now, what sort of division are they in? They're in the Championship. Is Rima Miles Championship quality? I don't know that he is, to be honest. But anyway, that's 24 straight wins now in the league for Bala Town. Now, I wanted to go and have a look at this record for goals in a season, didn't I? So let's go and have a look at that. The Bus and Brew record is currently at 27 and 24 in the league. Now, what does Allmark have right now? Let's go to tactics. What did I say? 24 and 27. So he has 21 in the league and 22 overall. So he's almost certainly going to break both records if he stays fit. What a season he's having as well. Look at that. 21 league goals in 18 league appearances. Guys, wait right there. We've got a cup semi-final coming up next. Okay, welcome back. Let's go and make ourselves a cup final. We're up against Briton Ferry here. Now, I was just having a quick look around the transfer market, trying to see what we could do sort of while in between the two games there. And the problem we're having massively is there's some really good players that we can sign or that are interested in coming to us, but they just want, the wages are too much. Like this guy is a right back, interested in joining. He wants $6,000 a week and we can't afford to pay him that. So, yeah, it's a little bit frustrating because, he enters contract negotiations, but we just can't quite get him across the line. So that's the problem that we're going to face now. Is we can get good players, but it's the wages. We're going to have to maybe look to invest in a stadium, but we don't fill up the one we have. Anyway, that's my problem, not you guys. We're up against Briton Ferry here. Now they are a lower division team that, coached by AJ Leach Smith. A 35-year-old Englishman. He's obviously doing a decent job with them. They're 9th right now in the Cymru South. Where are they? They're 9th. They were mid-table, weren't they, last time we checked? So, they're a solid team. They're a balanced, direct playing style. We're expecting them to come out in this sort of a formation. Now, whether they are sort of this opened against us, I guess, for lack of a better term, time will tell, but they do look in the heat map, don't they? A little bit compact. We might be able to get down the sides of them. This is a team we're sending out. It's relatively strong. We don't want to take too many risks in a cup final, or semi-final, I should say. So Jaycock goes in goal because they promised him first team football. He's wanted by Brentford. His contract's up at the end of the year. Like I say, I'm just trying to wait and see on the young keeper coming through. If we lose him on a free, I'm not too bothered because we do still have Rima Miles. Mullenstein, the young left back, goes in this one with Williams, Gosney and Sears as the rest of the back four. York and Larry go in midfield. We've promised them both more first team football. Gareth goes down the right, big game player for us. Let's hope he steps up on this one. It's Dixon and Davies, the young left winger, who's filled in nicely. Of course, a reminder that Maurice has picked up a bit of an injury. He's out for a little while yet, still another 6 weeks or so, 3 to 6 weeks. And Allmark, the goal-scoring master, he goes up top. And here we go. Now, we're away from home, or at least it's neutral. I'm pretty sure we're away from home. What do we want to say? Gomez says go out there, prove a point. I'm just going to try and take a little bit of pressure off them here. If you play your game, you'll win. Simple as that. Some calm, we have faith. It's one of these where we should win this game relatively comfortably. But of course, there's always the risk. They didn't get here by default, did they? They've obviously beaten some teams along the way. So they're a dangerous team. And it wouldn't be the first time we've seen us choke in a cup semi-final, let's be honest. All right, here we go. A nice chance to get an early goal here. Sam York stands over a free kick. Where's the head of Allmark? It's gone back post there, and it is Connor Gosney that gets the goal. 4th goal of the season for him. A 5th-minute lead for Bala Town. And hopefully that sends us on our way now. I forget who's in the other semi-final, to be honest. I don't know if it might have showed it in the match preview screen there. Apologies for that, bit of an oversight on my part. It shouldn't, as I said, it shouldn't really matter. I don't know if the New Saints are still in it, but we should be able to beat them even if they are. So, here we go, another free kick. York, back post. Oh, it's gone down. It's a penalty for Reece Williams, or the foul on Reece Williams. It's going to be. I haven't seen Sam York take a penalty before, so this should be interesting. Let's see if he can do it. Sam York doesn't get many goals. He's got one there, though. Well done. What a penalty that was, too. Smashed into the side of the net. And excellent stuff. 2nd goal this year for Sam York. As I said, he doesn't get many. Very, very good player, sort of pulling the strings for us in midfield. It's a cracking penalty, isn't it? I don't think any goalkeeper in the world's getting anywhere near that. And there we go. Mullenstein now with a free kick. In for York. Back to Mullenstein. Mullenstein goes back there for Rhys Williams. Back to Mullenstein. In there for Lowry. Now, I think we did tell Lowry we'd send him out on loan. I'm playing him in the hope that he sees that he's getting football with us and that he'll be happy with that. Good ball in. It's a cracking cross. Dixon's header, though, a little bit weak. And the goalkeeper claims it easily. Now, was that the highlight? That is the big question. Lumped forward. We should win that. We do. Rhys Williams knocks it down for Lowry. Lowry, a bit of a loose pass. You can see he was trying to spring Davies in behind. It's becoming a long old highlight now. They just keep giving the ball straight back to us, though, which is okay by me. Mullenstein, back for Williams. Williams for Dixon, for Lowry. Lowry looks for Davies over the top again. Finds him. Where's the pullback? Does he have a pullback? He's going to go himself. Oh, a little bit selfish, perhaps. There was a number of defenders, though, in the middle of the box, so maybe no option to square it for Allmark there. Here we go with the corner. Ap Gareth to take it. Decent. Headed away and completed clearance. And we're not going to get to that either. Are we going to find ourselves on the back of a counter-attack here? Come on, boys. Let's get a tackle in. White looks relatively quick. Oh, a cracking tackle from Ryan Sears. That's a little bit of quality right there. Ryan Sears' contract's up at the end of the season as well. Yeah, I mean, if we could have got that French right back, I wasn't going to renew him. It doesn't look like that's going to happen, though, now. So I'm thinking, depending on what his wage demands are, we might just look to keep him here. Allmark to Ap Gareth. Can Ap Gareth smash one in? It would have taken a deflection there. No, it's just a horrible shot from Ap Gareth. Eyes lit up there, and in the end, it goes wide. He has been relatively solid for us. He's injured. All right, so we'll stick Duffy Thomas out on the left. He can do a job out there for us. That's actually a relatively concerning injury, because with already no Maurice, if Davies is injured as well, we are really scraping the barrel for left-sided attacking players. Guto Kingsley can go out there. We know Duffy Thomas can go out there as well. Otherwise, yeah, we are a little bit thin on the ground on left-sided attackers at this point. I wonder if we could maybe squeeze Ryan Burke up there. He probably has the quality to do it. There's a good header down from Ap Gareth from Duffy Thomas. Just can't quite find Allmark. Kennedy brings it forwards. They're just coming back into it a little bit now, aren't they? End of the first half here. I'd like to think we'll be able to sort of repel them, but here we go. Ken Lowry, York, and one of them, Ap Gareth, look at him. He's chewing at the bit out there. We go out, set out to Duffy Thomas. Thomas goes past one. Thomas, can he get a cross in? He can. Ap Gareth is there, and Ap Gareth sticks his header in. It's a third goal of the season for him. A really good delivery from Duffy Thomas. He's someone I'd like to get back next year if we can at all manage that. We'll give him some praise for that. It's 3-0, 36 minutes gone, and hopefully now that is us in the final. I'm trying to think the best way to finish the season now, because let's face it, the domestic league for us is not the most competitive right now. If we're on our game, or even if we're not on our game, to be honest, we win more games than not. Well, we've won every game in the league. So I'm thinking what we might try and do is come back for sort of cup semi-finals and finals, because I think we've got the Iron Brew Cup semi-final coming up. It is against Dundee Reserves, so I'm kind of thinking maybe we should be able to win that quite comfortably. So we might even... Oh, Dixon, that's a nice finish from Ewan Dixon. Just used the defender, didn't he, as a little bit of a pivot and bent it around him into the far post. A really, really good finish from Ewan Dixon. A 13th goal of the season for him. Allmark with the flick on gets the assist. And look at this. Just really, really good play from Ewan Dixon. Just used the defender to screen the goalkeeper. Cracking finish. And that's how we like to start the second half. No, it's the end of the first half. So I like to end the first half. All right, what do we say to this? Just a passionate, well done, boys. Keep it going. Yeah, show the pundits they're right. Oh, that didn't go well, did it? Help me, assistant. There we go. No, he didn't do anything either. All right, well, this might go horribly wrong. Demand a little bit more and just kind of see where this takes us. Topley could do with a little bit of game time. I'm thinking... We're trying to get him to be a better central defender, so let's bring him on for Rhys Williams. And that is that. It gives us one more sub. Given that Mullenstein's on a booking, we might look to protect him and bring Malone on to play at left back. And then just hope we don't get another injury. To be honest, we're 4-0 up. It shouldn't make a difference, should it, if we do get an injury. So there we go. That's our subs done. Can we try and get a goal in the second half would be nice, boys? Or are we just going to settle for 4? It's looking awfully like we just might be settling for 4 here, doesn't it? Here we go. Corner. David Thomas. It's there. Topley's there. And Mark. No, he's offside. Hasn't realised yet. There we go. He realises now. And it was offside, wasn't it? There's no doubts about it. They didn't have anybody on the line, which is what maybe threw us off a little bit there. But not the best second half we'll see this season, that's for sure. Certainly not the excitement of last episode. And hang on, it's stoppage time now. Maybe we'll get some excitement. Here we go. Lowry brings it forward. Back for York. York spreads it out there looking for Sears. Finds him. No pressure on him whatsoever. Ball over the top for Ap Gareth. Can he get a second of the game? He's all by himself. He lacks it straight at the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper knocks it over the bar. And with 20 seconds to play, is there a 5th goal in this game for us? Dixon. That's a clumsy tackle. Is it going to be a booking? No, leave him on, ref. It's fine. Here we go. Thomas, back post. Allmark is there. It's headed behind for a corner. That should just about do it, though, I would imagine. Is there time to take the corner? No, there's not. We're into another final, boys. Well done to us on that one. A comfortable win. Yeah, just a comfortable win, wasn't it? So there we go. Bala Town strolled to success. We win the semi-final. The other semi-final is Aberystwyth and Cefn Druids. So we'll go into that final as favourites. It's another relatively serious injury for our left winger, which, as I said, does pose a problem. David Thomas did a decent job out there, so I'm sure he can fill in. Again, certainly at this level he can anyway, if we want to play with wingers. Dixon had another good game. He's just an absolute star for us, isn't he? He was wanted briefly by Ipswich, but it looks as though, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to keep him anyway. He's club captain. I'm a favoured manager. We're a favoured club, so you would imagine that he'll be happy to stay. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Loads of goals, and 2 solid wins. We'll be back next time. I think what we'll do, we'll come back for the final, obviously, and we'll see if we've got 1 game to go in the league before the split, and we'll see if there's a league fixture that's worthy in there. Then we'll come back for that. Otherwise, we might do the Welsh Cup. 4th round will probably be a spanking. We might put out some kids for that and see how we go. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.